All right. This is what I'm thinking of using as a template. I included it in the email with the forced copy, and this is for one of the skills, skill 5, long A. Um, and then I'm just going to copy and paste and use it as a template for the following skills. They seem to follow the same 3-week pattern with the target words and stories and stuff like that. So um, I put a link for the teacher pages so you could easily find those to go along with which day it is. And then after that, each week has target words and a story, and then any resources that you need for that day. I put in the boxes, and most of them are digital. A couple of them, like they ask the kids to highlight things, would be printable pages. So just that's like a self-checking sheet they could do. But most of them are either flippities or there's some like interactive um, pocket charts. So how I would use this with the group is I would use the full screen interactive Google Slides extension. And when I do that, we can move the cards, and you can even use like highlighter tape if they want to find the ones with like the long A. They can cover over it with that. Cross out the ones that don't have an A. They could put the red dots on those. Um, and so this is just one way that they could use the for word cards. It's a pocket chart. And then there's flippities. It'll send you, if they're doing like the sound boxes, it'll send you to that where they can use those. And then did a Jamboard so that they could write on them. And they could do like the highlighter. I think it tells them to like highlight certain letters. And you could keep the Jamboard open for a group if you had a group or small partners or something like that. Um, the word work. Yeah, this would be just word cards that they had to read, and so move them up once you're reading them, and you could double check them by telling them certain words. This is an example of the flashcards. If you just hit that, um, they'll go over. Another thing with the flashcards is it gives a list if you wanted to see the list of the words that they were doing. And it also, like, if they know a word, you can take the word out of the rotation, and once you hit the reset button, it brings it back in. So that's another way that they can use the flashcards. And it just is the same for week 2 and week 3. Up here where it says the target words, it just takes you to a slide where I just put the target words in there. And same with the stories. They can go to the stories and click to where they need to go. And the other thing was a lot of the warm-ups have high frequency words, so there's just a high frequency list that they can use. So that's really all that I put in there, so you guys can do the forced copy of it and then use it for whatever skill you guys start on. And maybe we could do a shared Google Drive where if somebody does one, we can just add it in there so that eventually they'll all be done, and we don't have to redo them. But if you have any questions, just let me know. It was just a way to use the iPads with the interventions, and not have to hopefully rewrite things and keep track of a bunch of cards and templates and things like that.